Hello everybody, I'm Shadow and you are awesome, and today we are going to be bringing you another comparison video. This week it is going to be the FAL versus the DMR. I was expecting this to go in all one direction, however it's turned out it's went in another. So, if you want to see what I mean, stay tuned, subscribe, hit that like button, and let's get right into it. So, the first thing that we're going to talk about is the headshot damage numbers. So, for the FAL, it is going to be 100, and then the DMR, it's going to be 112, and that drops off to 98 on the DMR, and 92, then 69 on the FAL, respectively. So, the headshot damage is going to go straight to the DMR. However, this is one of few advantages the DMR-14 actually has. So let's talk about the rest of the damage numbers. So a shot to the chest or upper torso on the FAL will do 69 damage, compared to the same area doing 60 damage on the DMR. Limbs and belly on the FAL will be 49, in comparison to 55 on the DMR. So the really top high-end damage on the DMR is going to be higher, and the limb damage is going to be higher as well. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be the fastest time to kill, because rate of fire will come into that equation, and we will get into that in a moment. But another factor that we do need to discuss in this argument is the range. Now, when you do go for a max range build on a FAL, which is usually the way you run it with the long barrel monolithic suppressor, it's going to be coming in at about 57.5 meters before you start to lose damage. DMR, after its nerf, comes in at significantly lower range, and once you do put the attachments on there, which is going to give it the best bullet velocity and the higher range, you're going to come in at around 32 meters. So that is just something for you to consider as well. It's not, that is probably one of the deal breakers for me in this battle already, is that you do lose a lot of that range, which you can be doing your max damage in. So yeah. Next thing we're going to be talking about is the rate of fire. This is what is going to directly dictate the time to kill. So for the FAL, it is going to be a solid 500 RPM. This is about as fast as you can get it. I think you can get it just the tiniest bit faster, but like it's single digits. However, on the DMR, it is at 482. So this means that the FAL can be fired ever so slightly faster than the DMR. Now, you would think that that kind of difference would be negligible. It would not mean that much difference. However, given the fact that we're dealing with such high damage numbers, the slight difference in rate of fire has actually made a significant impact to the time to kills, which we are going to get into. But it is worth knowing that on most other assault rifles, particularly when you go over anything that shoots over 600 rounds per minute, a difference of around 18 wouldn't make that much of a difference, but it does on this occasion. Now, a lot of these weapons, you do pick them because you like to use them at range. You like to have that damage up close, but you like to be able to bang with the big boys at range if you need to. Now, the bullet velocity on the FAL, when you go for this build, which is going to give you the 57 meters range, is going to be 1,101 meters per second, which is quite decent. That's actually up there with snipers, so that's really high. Now, on the DMR front, this is 851 meters per second when used with the titanium barrel, also part of this build. Though not as fast as the FAL, this is still a really fast bullet, particularly for the assault rifles category. So yeah, but still not quite as quick as that FAL. Now, we do need to start discussing the time to kill numbers. So the minimum time to kill, if you hit all your shots in the head, on the FAL, it's going to come in at 240 milliseconds. On the DMR, it's now going to be 247. So the ever so slightly different number on the FAL. The normal time to kill, so this is based on if you're hitting the chest, is going to come in on the FAL at 360 milliseconds. And then it's going to come in at 496 on the DMR. Now, this, I wasn't expecting this change. I think this is the biggest shocker for me in terms of the difference between the two guns. I was expecting these to be a lot closer. I was actually expecting the DMR to be a lot higher than this, but, you know, you can't change everything, can you? Next on this list is going to be the maximum time to kill, and that is to say you're shooting the arms or the legs or the stomach. And on the FAL, this is going to come in at 600 milliseconds, which is about normal for normal assault rifles, to be honest. Now, the maximum time to kill on the DMR is actually going to beat this and come in at 496 milliseconds, which, to be fair, is the exact same damage as its normal time to kill. So yeah, I did expect this, to be honest. I expected the maximum time to kill to be a lot shorter on the DMR, just based on the fact that the FAL, when it got nerfed, took a significant hit to its limb damage, because everyone was complaining that you could get 2 tap to the toe, which, to be fair, was a valid complaint at the time, especially on multiplayer. But yes, so if you're hitting your shots the same way that you're meant to on a weapon of this type, a semi-automatic powerhouse, you're going to be doing a lot more damage on the FAL as opposed to the DMR. Now, if you're not hitting all your shots and you're prone to hitting the legs or the arms, the DMR is probably going to be a slightly better choice for you. Now, one thing to also consider is the ammo capacity as well. So you can go up to 30 on the FAL, and it goes up to 40 on the DMR. So you do get a little bit more bullets to spam with on the DMR, so that is just something that is worth to know as well. Now, I do prefer the sights on the Modern Warfare weapons, so that's just a preference thing for me, and also the fact that I can put an underbarrel launcher on there too, which is also very handy. But yeah, both have really clean iron sights in my opinion. I think the iron sights are really cool. The recoil, when you build them in these builds that I've built them in, they're quite similar. The DMRs is slightly better, but the FAL has still got really good recoil. But yeah, that's just how it is. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section below. Are you as surprised as I was to find that the FAL is actually beating the DMR now? Well, you let me know down there. Now remember guys, you are awesome. I'm Shadows Rain, and I will see you in the next video. Let me know what you want to see next in terms of a comparison, and I will make it happen. Till then, peace.